The Audio Monarch Mark III Review. Flagship Tribrid detail with studio grade balance. You know the feeling when your music sounds good, but not quite revealing? The bass hits, yet something feels blurred, and vocals never fully open up. I once replayed a favorite live track 3 times, convinced my ears were tired. They weren't. Something was missing. That quiet frustration builds. What if your gear is the bottleneck? Over time, that subtle dissatisfaction drains the joy out of listening sessions. You tweak EQ, swap cables, scroll forums, and still wonder why your mix sounds flat. A producer friend told me he stopped trusting his in-ears during late edits. That doubt costs time and confidence. There is a better baseline, one built for clarity instead of compromise. That's where the Audio Monarch III steps in as a true flagship Tribrid IEM, built for resolution and balance. Don't just buy any Tribrid IEM. Make sure it has dual dynamic impact squared subwoofers so you never suffer from muddy bass bleed again. The 2DD plus 6BA plus 2EST configuration works through a 4-way crossover, keeping sub-bass deep and textured, mids transparent, and treble extended without harsh spikes. The first time I played a dense orchestral track, I noticed the space between violins and brass instead of a blended wall of sound. Later, on a bass-heavy EDM mix, the sub-bass felt tight and controlled, not bloated, clean. With 20 ohms impedance and 99 decibels sensitivity, the Monarch III is efficient enough for portable DACs, yet clearly scales with better amplification. Compared to more fun-tuned flagships, its slightly warm neutral signature feels closer to a studio monitor in IEM form. Small bonus insight, tip selection subtly shifts perceived stage width, so experimentation pays off. Living with the Audio Monarch III changes your workflow in small but meaningful ways. Imaging becomes precise enough that panning decisions feel obvious instead of guessed. Micro detail shows up at lower volumes, which means less listening fatigue during long sessions. One reviewer casually said, "It's like a mini speaker setup in my ears," and that description sticks. It really does. During a late-night vocal check, I caught a faint sibilant edge that cheaper IEMs glossed over. Fixing it took seconds instead of another full export. A guitarist friend tried them and simply said, "The mids are honest." That honesty builds trust. The metal chassis feels solid, and the upgraded modular cable makes swapping between 3.5mm, 2.5mm, and 4.4mm outputs refreshingly simple. No adapters dangling, no guesswork. Even at higher SPL, distortion stays impressively low, preserving clarity when mixes get busy. Ever notice how some IEMs impress at first, but wear you down later? Here, the smooth EST treble keeps air and sparkle without sharp fatigue. Over time, that balance becomes the real luxury. The Audio Monarch III isn't about hype. It's about long-term listening satisfaction with flagship Tribrid performance. Demand stays strong among audiophiles and musicians who want a reliable reference with musical warmth. I've seen owners move through multiple upgrades only to circle back to this tuning. That says a lot. If you're ready for deeper sub-bass, cleaner mids, and extended EST treble in one cohesive 10-driver IEM, this might be your next serious step. Take a closer look and decide with your ears.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.